A very good morning to all. In the last class, we discussed about the agriculture in India. Today, we are going to discuss about the industries in India. That is, we are continuing from page number 73. Do you think that everything we use in our daily life are present in this form in nature? No. For example, when you get up early in the morning, you brush your teeth. So, you take your toothpaste. Do you think that this toothpaste is present in nature in this form? No. So, the toothpaste is made from neem and claw, and there are other products also. So, these are the raw materials and it is processed and then we get this toothpaste. So, there are many other such products that we use in our daily life which are processed one. Sugar. So, you all love sugar. It has a very sweet taste. Now, do you think that this sugar is present in nature in this form? No, it is a processed one. That is, it is a final product and the raw material is sugar cane. So, from sugar cane we get sugar. Sugar cane is the raw material and this is the final product. So, there are lots of things that we use in our daily life which are the processed products. For example, this car, we travel in car, and the clothes that we wear, these all are final products. The car is manufactured with the help of iron and steel, and this iron and steel is also a final product. We get iron and steel from iron ore. So, iron ore is the raw material for the production of iron and steel. For car manufacture, the raw material is iron and steel. Next is the clothes that we wear. This is the final product and the raw material is the cotton that we get from cotton plant. So, all the things that we use in our daily life are processed product. Now, the next question is, where do these products are processed? The place where these raw materials are converted into the final product is known as factory. Now, this factory has two elements, that is machine and human labor. Human labor means the people working in the factories. So, factory is a place where raw materials are processed into final product. And what do you understand by industry? The process of converting raw material into final product and the production of goods in factory is known as industries. So, many factories combine to form industries. For example, in our town there are 30 textile mills. So, each mill is a factory. So, when we put together, we will say that we have textile industry. Another example is mobile phone industry. So, we have different companies mobile phone like Samsung, Apple, LG and so on. So, these all are separate factories and when we put together it is known as mobile phone industries. So, these are the examples of factory and industry. So, industries means the processing of raw materials and the production of goods in factories is known as industries. Now, let us discuss the importance of these industries. The first and the main importance is that we get the final products from such industries. Second point is that it gives employment. That means it gives job to many people so that they can earn their livelihood. Third point is it brings cash to our country. That means our country sell these raw materials or the final products to other countries and in exchange they get the cash. So, it directly helps in the development of our country. So, these are few importance of industries. I already told you that there are two elements that affects the factory, that is machine and manpower. Manpower means the people who are working there. So, based on those two factors, our industry is divided into three types. First, cottage industries, second small scale industries, and the third one is large scale industries. Now let's discuss about the cottage industry. Now here you can see a potter and a pottery wheel. So he is using only a simple machine, that is pottery wheel, and the final product is the clay products. So you can see here he is using only one simple machine and only one person. So it's a cottage industry and it can be set up at their house also. So this is cottage industry where we use simple machines, less human power, and the products are of low cost. For example, the products of these cottage industries are baskets, shawl, different handicrafts, biscuits, pickles, and many more. So this was about the cottage industries which use simple machine, less human power, and which can be set in their own house. So this was about cottage industry. Next, we'll discuss about small scale industry. Here machines are used, but they are not in large number as compared to large scale industry. Here human power is also there, but they are in less number, but more than cottage industry and less than large scale industries. Now some of the products that are manufactured by small scale industries are furnitures, plastic goods, utensils, soaps, shampoos, and many more. Next, we'll discuss about the large scale industries. Now large scale industries are very huge and they use very huge machines. There are many people working in these large industries and they produce final products in large amount. So this is the features of large scale industries, and some of them are iron and steel industries, shipbuilding industries, cotton textiles, and many more. So all these are large scale industries. These large scale industries are largely based in developed areas so that they get enough electricity and the transportation is also easy. So this was about the types of industries in India based on machine and human power. First one, cottage industry, second small scale industry, and third one large scale industries. Now here in page number 74 you can see a small table. First column industries and the second their location. As I have already told you, the car is a final product. It is not present in nature in this form. So it is made from a raw material. Now what is the raw material for this car? Iron and steel is the raw material for manufacturing car. Now iron and steel are also not present in this form. So the raw material for the production of iron and steel is iron ore. Now this is present in our nature and it is processed in factories and then we get iron and steel. We use that iron and steel in the manufacture of different vehicles. So iron and steel industries in India are located in Jamshedpur and Bokaro in Jharkhand, Durgapur in West Bengal, Bhilai in Chhattisgarh, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. So this was about the iron and steel industries in India. Our country has a large production of iron and steel. So this also blooms for the automobile industry and shipping industries. Now we'll discuss where these automobile industries and shipbuilding industries are located in India. So here you can see in your table, automobile industries are located in Pune, Mumbai and Nasik in Maharashtra, Gurugram in Haryana and Chennai in Tamil Nadu. Next one is shipbuilding industries. So these are located in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Kochi in Kerala, Panaji in Goa, Mumbai in Maharashtra. Then next is the cotton textile industries. Now when you go for shopping, you can see different brands of clothes. Now why is it so? Because different brands have their own factories and they produce their own clothings. Now when we put all these clothes together, it is known as the clothing industry. Now India's cotton textile is very famous all over the world, and its location is in Mumbai in Maharashtra, Surat in Gujarat, Kolkata in West Bengal, Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh, and Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Next, we have electronic goods industries. Now these are located in Bengaluru in Karnataka, Mumbai in Maharashtra, Chennai in Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad in Andhra Pradesh. So this was about the different types of industries in India. Now there is an activity for you. You have to collect the pictures of different machines used for farming in India. So you have to make a PowerPoint presentation. You have to collect the picture, write its name and submit in Microsoft Teams. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.